What's up, YouTube? So, seeing as how I had one last gingerbread cookie left over, and honestly, if I thought about it at the time, I would have made brown butter frosting for it, because brown butter frosting is just the most awesome thing in the universe. You know, just brown butter frosting on everything, folks. It is just amazing. Anyway, I have one beautiful gingerbread cookie left, and I thought that I would post a video. Hopefully they can see me head on, but I thought I would post a video all about making or using gingerbread in Sympethatic Magick, to use gingerbread as a puppet, as a representation for something or a situation. And honestly, you know, you can be as creative or as imaginative as you want. I have just a little bit of dough left over, and I am using just some cornstarch to roll it out with. But I'm hoping that this cookie cutter, which is slightly smaller, will fit the dough once I get it rolled out. But as I said before, you can be as creative and as imaginative as you like with this spell. You know, if you identify as a bear, you know, just use a bear-shaped cookie cutter for yourself, or maybe for to attract another bear-type person, if that's what you're in for. I don't have a bear-shaped cookie cutter, so I am just using my standard old gingerbread dude. Oh, and before I forget, if you have copper cookie cutters, and this works with all types of copper, once it starts to tarnish, use vinegar. Vinegar works. Lemon juice, even if you have a gross of lemons just sitting around going to waste, vinegar and lemon juice works amazingly well, especially if you make a paste with it with baking soda. You know, just sort of rub it into the nooks and crannies of your cutter, and rinse it with water, and it just takes the tarnish right off. It's amazing. I actually have a video of that actually working, like last summer or something. Anyway, for this spell, you will obviously need the amazing recipe for gingerbread dough, which I will post again below. You'll need, of course, an oven. You'll need a cookie cutter in whatever shape you desire, and you need enough dough to make at least 2 cookies. You know, you could even make, if you're wanting to look for or buy a house, or if you want to sort of attract yourself to your dream house, make yourself a gingerbread house with this recipe. And as you munch on the structure, visualize yourself living in your dream house. Other than that, you know, the only other ingredients for the spell you will need are 1 or 2 red or pink candles. I actually thought I had pink. I actually thought I had salmon colored candles, which are great for Piscean love spells, because they really resonate strongly with Piscean energy. But I have neither, so I just happen to have some red ones on hand. You'll need at least 1, because of the way that I light my candles. I usually use either a black candle plus the color that I want, or the color candle that I want plus a white candle, because black draws in the energy from the universe, while the white candle will send your spell out into the universe to manifest. You will also need either some pink or black macrame cord, and that's really for the end of the spell. And really all you do is you just roll this bad boy out. And it is Still pretty cold from the freezer. Also, when you roll, and the same thing holds true of when you're rolling pie crust, is you never want to roll the dough all the way past the edge. Because that one, so you have a really thin edge to your dough, and you never want that. And yeah, I think this is just big enough, so you know what, let me dust all that cornstarch off, because hopefully I'll have enough dough left over that I can fashion a little mini heart for my gingerbread poppet. And it fits perfectly. Aha. Check that out. Now you must remove him, of course, gingerly. There we go. And you simply bake him on a parchment covered baking sheet for about 8 minutes. And I have more than enough dough here to make a little heart, so I might actually make even 2 of these guys. Okay, this should be enough for a heart. And the good thing about using cornstarch when you roll out cookie dough is you're not adding more flour to your dough, which will make for a tougher, denser, brick-like cookie. So let's see if I can get just one more gingerbread poppet. Just a little longer. And, perfect. So I will get back to y'all once these cookies are baked and proceed from there with showing you what all is involved with the spell. Alright YouTube, I am back, and as you can see I am wearing a little bit less clothing because I am hot as Hades. So my little gingerbread puppets have finished baking, and I just wanted to show you what they look like. Now, I didn't have a small enough cutter to actually make a little heart with, so I just rolled out the dough and used a paring knife to sort of cut out just a really tiny mini heart for each poppet. And with the leftover dough scraps, I just formed a freehand little crescent moon as an offering to the gods. So here you go. Don't those look magical? And once they cool, I will show you, or actually rather, once they cool, I will show you what I intend to do with them. See ya. Alright guys, so here is my altar, and this is what I meant by the black candle, and usually I have a white candle here to send my spell's energy out into the universe, but right now I want some love energy sent out into the universe, which is why the candle is red. It's something that I picked up from Lori Cabot, and as you'll see, I also have my Sabbath cake right down there to the goddess Morgan, which I need to take outside to my little shrine area and dispose of it as an offering so that it returns to the goddess. But I have my gingerbread man right there, freshly baked, and what I'm going to do is each day for 7 days I will be lighting the black candle and the white candle, and I will allow them to burn for approximately 1 hour. Then I will draw my little gingerbread dudes closer by about an inch, and I'll probably use these candlesticks here to support them. And on the final day, I will simply use this pink cord here to bind them with. And then at the culmination of the spell, I will just eat them up. You know, they're cookies. They call out to be eaten, and that's a way of me taking the magical energy of the spell itself into my own being, and to help it sort of manifest throughout the universe. So that is basically the spell, and I will say what it looks like once it is finished and completed. Hey guys, so here is my gingerbread poppet spell, and it is almost complete. As you can see, I have bound my poppets together with some pink cord. It's just an expensive macrame cord. It's a really good thickness. And I am just about ready to light my candles and say my charm and finish my spell. My other candles have long since burned out, but I was able to, I have new ones in these colors on hand. So yeah, I will finish up this spell. I'd show you, my charm and everything that goes along with it, but I really don't have a level surface on which to place my camera at the moment. But I will show you what I do with my spells once they have been, once they are finished, so that I can give them, in a sense, to the universe to manifest. Alright YouTube, so it is January, and this is what I typically do with my spells. I generally offer them back to the elements from which they've come, which in this case is a beautiful old elm tree that is extremely sentient, so I am going to brave through the snow and simply place my little gingerbread puppets right there, and my spell will decompose and manifest. Hey YouTube, so this is just a magical update. I haven't quite got around to uploading my gingerbread puppet spell yet because, well, I've been busy working on my book. But it is February now. It is actually Valentine's Day, and as luck would have it, my spell manifested, but not in the way that I had anticipated. Honestly, to quote the Miss of Avalon, and perhaps any other witch working, don't be surprised if the spell works differently than you think it should. The ways of the goddess are her own, and that is absolutely true, because I was in the middle of really a Valentine's Day rant online. I'm feeling rather bitter and blue because I've never been on a proper date before. And I'm 40, you know. Well, actually over 40. Never been dated because the men in Iowa just don't date. They don't even really want to be friends with each other. The gay men don't want to be friends with each other. It's the only way I can explain it is it seems like a form of internalized homophobia that they aren't willing to put aside yet in order to be friends with someone else in the community, because people come from out of state and have no problem finding someone. That person, however, is usually from out of state themselves, and I've actually had to tell people when they move here from out of state, you know, they ask me where's the gay community, and I sadly have to tell them there really is none. You know, despite Pride and the Gay Center in Des Moines, there really is no sense of any community here. And that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I've lost count of how many men have moved out of this city or this town without bothering to, you know, tell me goodbye. And I've also lost count of how many native Iowans have actually told me that kissing other men is a turn-off for them. You know, what the hell? That makes absolutely no sense. But I digress. Just after I clicked send on this torrid Valentine's Day rant, my doorbell rang, and lo and behold, it was a friend with benefits. Well, not so much a friend, just a regular / semi-regular booty call. And I had no idea they were in the area. I didn't know they were dropping by, but they dropped by, and well, if you can't tell, I'm still glowing 2 hours later. So I had a really enjoyable time. Yeah, my spell manifested in a way that I didn't even consider, and I still have the hickey to prove it. I'm totally gonna have to find a way of getting rid of that because I don't want anyone seeing it. It's you know, embarrassing at my age to walk around with a love bite. But I just wanted to let you all know how my spell turned out, and I wanted to really sort of share some down home Midwestern magic with you all. So until next time, my witches, keep calm and twitch on.